If you haven't picked up bookmark number 2, this is what it's looked like. It's all in red. Office is closed today, but we'll be back open tomorrow if you want to pick one up, or you can download it at stpaultexas.com/Bible Binge. You can click and see the whole schedule right there. Some different questions too on bookmark number 2. Some questions we've used before in our discipleship process, next step process with Justin Rossell, and thinking about discipleship as the process of being conformed to the image of Christ together for the benefit of others. Leading us to use these standard following prayers. Jesus, where are you speaking into my life? Spirit, what response are you forming in me? And Father, what promise covers my next step? Hopefully you're getting into your readings here today. I'm flipping around here. I was thinking about being out here and seeing the birds, and was reminded of the reading for yesterday, Christmas Day. It was one of the things about what animals were clean, what animals were unclean. Get a little closer there, scoot back. And I thought that was interesting, just watching the in our backyard. A lot of times we'll have different kinds of ducks, whether it's the Muscovy ducks, or we'll have pelicans, those great white pelicans. I was thinking a little bit about that as I was seeing the birds of unclean birds, and that from yesterday. But then today, it made me grateful that I wasn't a priest in the Old Testament, because all these descriptions of like the person who has especially like a skin disease or discharge or anything like that, or if there's mildew growing in your house, you call the priest, or you bring them to the priest for examination. And I thought to myself, wow, first I'm not a Levite, but then I'm glad I'm not a priest back then, because I don't know that I would really like that part of the job, the examination of gross skin stuff going on there. But makes me grateful as you see the whole list of there, not just the cleansing of skin diseases, but the cleansing of contaminated fabrics because of them, and the like, and all the stuff that's connected to that. And the more you read about it, the more it's like, oh my goodness, this is so overwhelming and detailed. That's one of the things that struck me too, is that's just details of how you may think about. There's no way around it. Even an accidental touching of somebody with a skin disease, or something that's unclean, or someone's that's unclean. There's no way around it. You have to do these things in order to become clean. And so that made me just really appreciative of how hard those priest jobs must have been, and gladly that I don't have to do that today, because that's been fulfilled in Christ Jesus. And probably the best thing that's going to help you see that is what we're going to read tomorrow, December the 16th. We're going to be reading about the Day of Atonement. This is a really important part. This is kind of like the center of the book of Leviticus. And so I encourage you, if you got discouraged with the readings up till Leviticus 15, Leviticus 16 is like a breath of fresh air, because I think you're going to see how it really points to Christ, and where that term scapegoat comes from, and all of that. So hang in there as you get through Leviticus. I've been listening to it, honestly. I've been listening to it more than I've been reading it word for word, but I do have kind of my Bible open next to it to kind of put down notes, and find it helpful to hear it read to me this morning as I was getting caught up in my readings back to Leviticus 13, 14, and 15. Again, if you don't have bookmark number 2, we'd be glad to put one in hand. We got it in the office. This week we'll be back open on Wednesday. Give that great team a day off, a couple of days off here after Christmas, after all the services and everything on there. Our Psalm 2, we're up to Psalm number 50, which is God is Judge. And one thing you'll notice in the Psalms now, it's a lot of the Psalms earlier on were a lot of Psalms of David, but we're in the Psalms of Asaph as well. So that's where we're at in the Bible Binge, and encourage you to be in the Word, and the Word to be in you, especially in this season of hopefully you're getting some time to rest, and maybe a little bit different patterns, but encourage you to be in the Word